and then as well as the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. We've carefully thought this out. So my guarantee to the stylist is 68 to 72 degrees. The lighting is, in every one of these studios, we guarantee them full spectrum lighting, very high quality lighting. So the client is, when the client's looking in the mirror, that's, even if it's nighttime, that's what it should look like, you know, on an overcast day.
That is a really, I did not know about that. I'm very familiar with full spectrum lighting. I knew Dr. John Ott, who actually developed full spectrum lighting. And if you've ever gone to a salon that, you know, there's fluorescent lights and you look at your hair and you think, oh, I like that color. And then you go outside in the sunshine and you go,
and it's different.
Oh, this is not what I thought I was getting. I know I came out with, my hair was redder than Lucille Ball one time, and I had to turn around and go back in. A friend picked me up and he said, do you realize what color your hair is? And I said, it's the same color it always is. And he said, it's crayon red. So that's really, really
the
great.
lighting is important.
Yeah.
Little things like continuously cycled hot water. So they come in the morning and within 10 seconds they should be getting reasonably hot water in that shampoo bowl, and the rest of the day they have continuously circulated hot water, things of that nature. So all of that should be taken care of as easily as possible. A successful stylist can become a successful business person. That's really the heart of the concept.
That's awesome. I think it's going to be great for so many Bellmead events that you know, women are going to these, whether it's Swan Ball or different events or functions, charity functions. And I know a salon owner that was in Brentwood, and prior to prom or what, it was just a madhouse. And so I think this will be not a madhouse. This will be, you know, a calm environment where you're already nervous, or a wedding or whatever. It'll be nice.
Would you, if you have 27 chairs working overtime, that should be able to help a lot of people. And the other convenient thing about it is that the stylist can choose when to go. Many of Jana, our first stylist, she likes to go work off site. Sometimes she'll be gone for 2 days. Where's Jana? Well, she's worked out a good arrangement. She works in the entertainment business, and she does weddings and so forth off site. When she worked at a salon,
that wasn't possible. No, you had to be there. Right. Kind of wishing and hoping that you would get that call. So you actually don't have a central receptionist.
That's right.
You are
little unusual. You come in and you walk in and there's a logo on the wall, and there's a directory. And you know, if I was your client coming for the first time, you would probably would like to meet me at the door.
Yes.
But let's say it had been a couple of months and I've forgotten where your studio is. There's a directory, and I can just look it up on the map and find it. It's fun to walk around the place anyway.
It is. It's beautiful. It's really, really nice, and yeah. And I was going to ask one other question. I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, some of the studios are actually double. That's right. Four of the studios are doubles, so they have 2 chairs. And the great thing about that is a lot of times I've discovered, I mean, I'm new to this business, frankly, but many of the stylists will work together as a team. And I just spoke to someone who has a very thriving business and she actually hires people to help her right out of school. And so she likes to put 2 or 3 young stylists in rotation helping her. And so she's going to have, you know, a shampoo bowl and 2 of the chairs busy at once. And I like that, and you could get in and out quickly. Yeah, that's during busy times, of course. Right. Yeah, that's good. What else do you want to ask or talk about as far as Sola?
I think just I want to make an important message to the stylist that it's not so professional that it's an uncomfortable place to be in. They really have to come and see. It's very at home, like It's very personable, but it's also too, I mean, you can leave your door shut and you can be by yourself in your own little room, or you can leave the doors open. There's just little tweaks in there that I don't know who took the time to detail it, but they're very important to hairstylists. Like shutting one switch off and everything's off. So when you leave, you know, if you don't have to worry about, oh, I left that you know, flat iron on, or this, you know, it's really, it's nice. It's very well thought out for how a hairstylist would want a studio to be.
And Sola is actually open now.
That's correct. That's
and
correct.
You've been open for how long?
Opened on February the 1st. However, that was kind of the shakedown cruise. You know, you have to work the kinks out. And so we did a soft opening. And Jana was our pioneer and put up with all sorts of craziness as we scrambled around looking for a vacuum cleaner and got the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning working and everything. But everything is working perfectly now, and so we're going to have the grand opening next Monday.
Okay, and that's Monday again, April 5th, 4 to 7 p.m. Okay. And one other thing I wanted to talk about is parking. You have additional parking downstairs?
Right, covered parking underneath. You kind of have to know the secret. It's a good secret to learn. There's an alley on one side and another little access driveway on the other, on either side of this property, that most people don't know about, and you can access this covered parking. And so
I like to go to La Peep. And
right.
So you
right
can,
underneath.
you know, it's when it's busy through there, you can park downstairs and you're right there. So, and you're just really close to La Peep. So that's.
I prefer the covered parking because I can get in and out faster. I'm not the most patient driver in the world, and and when you go in the covered parking, you know, there's hardly anyone down there, and you can just move in and out very quickly.
Right. And now there is a Sola Salon in Atlanta, is that?
That's right. Actually, there are 5 in Atlanta. There's one
five?
at least one in Charlotte. So Atlanta's the nearest. There are about almost 50 across the nation and in 19 different states. And it's a franchise model. Our group has the market in San Francisco and in Nashville. And it's a lot of fun comparing the different stylist communities, very different stylist communities, but a lot of great people in both locations.
I just realized that we've forgotten to mention.
Steve Bruner, right.
That's my fault. I forgot to mention our owner.
That's right.
Steve Bruner.
Well, he will definitely be here for the grand opening.
Okay. And tell us about Steve. How did he get into this crazy business?
I met Steve at college at the University of Colorado in Boulder. Not going to say how long ago.
Okay.
But,
you actually went to college together?
We went to college together.
I didn't know that.
And he was the president of our fraternity. That's how I met him. And he's been very successful in this business. Owns 42 salons up in Pennsylvania.
Wow.
And heard out about this concept from another college friend of ours named David, who's the other owning partner, David Rotzinger. Lives in Colorado, and he really liked it. And we went on a vacation together 2 years ago, and he mentioned this concept and started talking, would I be interested in that? I'm like, what do I know about the salon business? But the more he discussed it, the more it's more about my aspect of it is property management. The stylists know how to operate their business.
Sure.
Really, the best thing I could do is just make sure everything works and stay out of their way.
Right.
And where he really convinced me, I think, is how it really does make the life of these stylists much better. I mean, they can finally control their environment, do better financially, and reduce drama in their life.
Absolutely, yeah. Steve is great. He couldn't be here today because he is, I don't know where he is today.
Well, he's a busy guy, and so he comes down here about every 2 weeks, and so he has his family up there, and he visits, has the San Francisco side of this to look into as well. But
he has a salon in San Francisco.
Right. Our group has a location in Market Street in San Francisco, and they're looking to open a second one there. And San Francisco is a fairly large market. We're thinking the Nashville market is 5 to 8 of these potentially over time.
How did you choose Nashville? We're so thrilled. You live in Belmead.
Actually, I grew up riding a bicycle right around that neighborhood.
Really?
And so
we're thrilled that such a wonderful business has come to Nashville area and bringing, all this. This is great. But what made you choose? What?
Well, Steve came down for a visit, and we toured some of the salons around, and he looked into the pricing and the situation, and talked to some people, and frankly, he also likes visiting Nashville. He loves music.
Oh.
And, being someone that grew up here in Nashville, I've had a lot of fun with all these people moving to Nashville. And I'll frequently ask them, was it love, money, or music?